Welcome back to another episode of The Daily Threat, your trusted source for cybersecurity news. Today we have an action-packed episode with some major stories that you need to know about. We'll dive deep into each one, uncovering the details of the attacks, how the attackers gained access, the risks they pose to businesses, and of course, the best practices and recommendations to protect yourself. But before we begin, I want to remind you that the Daily Threat is proudly brought to you by QIT Solutions, your go-to partner for comprehensive cybersecurity solutions. Now, let's jump right into our first story. Our first story takes us to the world of virtualization with a critical vulnerability discovered in VMware's vRealize network analytics tool. This vulnerability, classified as CVE 2023-XXXX, allowed remote attackers to execute arbitrary code and gain control over the affected systems. The impact of this vulnerability could have been devastating for businesses relying on this widely used network analytics tool. The attackers exploited a flaw in the input validation process, which enabled them to craft malicious requests that triggered the execution of arbitrary code. By successfully exploiting this vulnerability, the attackers could achieve full control over the targeted system, potentially leading to data breaches, unauthorized access, and even system disruption. Now, let's talk about the risks posed by this attack. Businesses using vRealize network analytics were at risk of confidential data theft, compromise of sensitive customer information, and the potential for financial losses. Furthermore, if an attacker gained control over critical network infrastructure, they could leverage it as a launching pad for further attacks within the organization. To protect yourself and your organization from similar vulnerabilities, it is crucial to follow best practices. First and foremost, make sure to regularly update your software and systems with the latest patches and security updates. VMware has released a patch to address this vulnerability, so ensure that you have applied it promptly. Additionally, it's essential to maintain a robust network security posture. Implementing strong access controls, network segmentation, and intrusion detection systems can significantly reduce the risk of successful attacks. Regular security audits and penetration testing can also help identify potential vulnerabilities and weaknesses in your environment before attackers exploit them. Moving on to our next story, we turn our attention to the University of Texas at Austin, where their cybersecurity clinic recently made headlines. Let's find out more. The cybersecurity clinic at UT Austin has been making great strides in the field of cybersecurity education and research. This innovative program allows students to gain practical experience by working on real-world cybersecurity challenges under the guidance of experienced professionals. The clinic provides assistance to organizations and individuals facing cybersecurity incidents, such as data breaches, ransomware attacks, and network intrusions. By analyzing the attack vectors, identifying vulnerabilities, and implementing countermeasures, the clinic plays a crucial role in helping victims recover and bolstering their defenses. This initiative not only benefits the affected organizations, but also equips students with valuable hands-on experience, preparing them for the ever-evolving world of cybersecurity. By addressing real-world scenarios, the UT Austin Clinic helps bridge the gap between theory and practice, ensuring the next generation of cybersecurity professionals is well prepared to face the challenges ahead. Our final story today takes us to the realm of network security, with a critical vulnerability discovered in Cisco's AnyConnect, a popular VPN client used by millions of Windows users. This vulnerability, tracked as CVE 2023-XXXX, allowed an attacker with local system access to elevate their privileges, potentially gaining full control over the compromised Windows system. The exploit leveraged a flaw in the Cisco AnyConnect secure mobility client service, which failed to handle certain requests properly. By sending specially crafted requests, an attacker could escalate their privileges, bypassing the normal security restrictions imposed on a standard user. The risks associated with this vulnerability were significant. An attacker with elevated privileges could install malicious software, access sensitive data, or manipulate system configurations, ultimately compromising the entire network infrastructure. This type of attack poses a severe threat to businesses as it allows an attacker to move laterally through the network, potentially gaining access to critical assets and causing widespread damage. To protect your systems from such vulnerabilities, it is crucial to follow best practices. First and foremost, ensure that you are running the latest version of Cisco AnyConnect, as Cisco has released a patch to address this issue. Regularly updating your software is essential to staying protected against known vulnerabilities. In addition, it is vital to follow the principle of least privilege, granting users only the permissions they need to perform their tasks. By restricting unnecessary privileges, the impact of a compromised account can be significantly reduced. Implementing strong password policies, multi-factor authentication, and user awareness training are also recommended to strengthen your overall security posture. That's all we have for today's episode. We covered some critical vulnerabilities and cybersecurity initiatives that are shaping the industry. Remember, staying informed is the first step towards protecting yourself and your organization from the ever-evolving threat landscape. To ensure you never miss an episode of The Daily Threat, subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell. And don't forget, The Daily Threat is brought to you by QIT Solutions, your trusted partner for comprehensive cybersecurity solutions. With their expertise and cutting-edge technology, you can safeguard your business against emerging threats. Thank you for tuning in today. Stay vigilant, stay informed, and together, we can make cyberspace a safer place.